Welcome back to your Scolio Pilates video series. This is video 6 of 10, and this is continuing to find your scoliosis core. It can be a little difficult when you have scoliosis to get those core muscles to feel like they're engaging, or sometimes they feel like they're over-engaged on one side and there's nothing on the other. So we can use the wedges, just like we did in the last video, to help us nudge the spine closer to neutral. And then once we're closer to neutral, allowing the muscles to do what they know how to do. So down we go, wedge up, use some washcloths. And as you know from the last video, they are gonna go underneath your sand dunes or your convexities to help level off your spine rotations to help find your neutral. In this position, we're going to put our hand on the hip of the leg that's straight. And all of that instruction is in the last video. So from here, this is my hollow low back. My hand goes on that side. My leg is straight on that side. And I put my hand on the opposite rib cage here. I imagine that someone has their thumb in the middle of my heel, and I'm going to press out through my heel into that thumb. So I'm nice and long. I feel an inhale start to happen. I'm not going to force it. And that inhale expands my spine. I feel the vertebrae rolling like little helium balls up towards my top of my head. And as I exhale, I'm going to ask the hip and the rib just to sink into the earth. The earth supports the weight of my hip and my rib. And again, I'm going to inhale, open up the spaces of the spine, fill the hollows with water that's traveling up my spine. Exhale, sink the hip and the rib, draw the 2 points apart on a diagonal now. So my hip and my rib move away from each other. Let's try that again. Inhale, expand the spine. Exhale, I sink the hip, I sink the rib, and I draw apart. Let's add on to that. Inhale. Exhale, sink the hip, sink the rib, draw the diagonal. We're still exhaling, squeeze the butt, and float the leg up. Inhale, like the leg goes down, the spine expands. Exhaling, sink, diagonal, squeeze the butt, float the leg. Inhaling, expand the spine. Exhaling, sink the hip and the rib, find your diagonal, squeeze the butt, and float the leg. Let's do one more like that. That's your inhale, we're expanding. Exhale, sink the hip, sink the rib, find your diagonal, squeeze the butt, lift the leg. Inhale, down we go. Let's change legs. Find the opposite hip in the opposite rib. Inhale, expand the spine. Exhale, sink the rib, sink the hip, find your diagonal. Now one side is definitely going to feel more of a stretch on that diagonal, so just allow that to happen. Inhaling, expand the spine. Exhale, sink the hip, sink the rib, find your diagonal. Okay, here we go, adding on. Inhale, that's the expansion of the spine. Exhale, sink, and draw the diagonal. Squeeze the butt, float the leg. Inhale, down we go. Exhale, sink, lengthen, squeeze the butt, up we go. Now be sure, keep inhaling here. Be sure that you're not experiencing any strain. Strain will never be a good thing. So if you find that one side creates strain, then don't do it. Just go back to the other side. And down you go. Inhaling. Exhale, hip, rib, draw the diagonal, squeeze the butt, and float up. Let's do one more here. Inhaling, we sink the rib and hip, we draw the diagonal, we squeeze the butt, and we float. Lengthen the arms, wiggle the hips, and then let's go ahead and add on to this now. I'm going to go back to the original leg, and often we'll stay on the same side. We don't need to switch back and forth if one side is feeling strain, because scoliosis is asymmetrical. Sometimes our exercises are as well, in terms of if we do both sides or not. So here we go. Inhaling, exhale, sink the hip, sink the rib, draw the diagonal, squeeze the butt, and up we go. This is our new start point. Inhale, stay. Exhale for 1 circle, 2 circles. Inhale, pause. Exhale for 1 circle and 2 circle. Inhale, pause. Exhale once, twice. Inhale, pause. Exhale once, hold your diagonal. Inhale, exhale once, twice, holding the diagonal, sinking the hip and the rib. Inhale, pause, twice more. Exhaling for 2, pausing. Exhaling, inhale, pause. Inhale, lower, give it a good wiggle. Other side, find your diagonal. Inhaling, exhale, sink and draw the diagonal, no strain, 0, 0, 0. This is not a good thing. Up we go, we float the leg up. Inhale, pause. Exhale for 2 circles. Inhale, let's pause. Find the space. Exhale for 2 circles. Inhale, find the space in your spine. Exhale for 2. Inhale, open, expand, expand. Exhale for 2. Inhale, expand. We're going to do 2. Keep those hips. They don't have to be robotic. They don't have to be stuck in concrete, but just minimize that movement. Last time. Exhale for 2. Inhale, expand. The leg goes down. You bend the leg. You give it a little wiggle. You roll to one side to come up, or you come up through center. And that has been your scoliosis core. It's quite a bit of work to keep those hips from, kind of getting away from you, rocking the boat, baby. Okay, this has been a Balanced Body video.